I tried to escape the chateau, but there's a Bermuda Triangle lodged underneath this hotel. I think it might be Hotel California. You could check in, but you can't check out. Actually, I'm one of the few living actors they asked to leave. Usually you have to die to leave here. They didn't ask me to leave. It just took longer and longer to get room service. Thank you. I think that several impromptu parties, there's limited parking space. I think they thought a lot more was happening in that room than really was. Maybe they read the Wonderland script and got nervous.
We were shooting the first scene that I was in, I think, in this hotel suite where Sharon is visiting John after he's been arrested, and he's at the, Bonaventure Hotel with the police, and he grabs Sharon, pulls her into the bathroom, and we did a scene.
Okay. And he is trying to convince her to enter the witness protection program. And that he and his 19-year-old girlfriend are going to go off with the wife who's going to take care of them like she has been doing.
They're going to put me in the witness protection program if I tell them everything I told you, except I told them I'm not saying anything about anything unless all three of us can go.
All three of us?
And they agreed.
Who's all three of us?
You, me, and Bob. We can go tomorrow.
The camera was just on me, and he kept improvising things that were dead on perfect. Perfect.
No, there are tricks you can do as an actor to get a reaction from your fellow actor. She was so tough in it. It was just wonderful working with her.
The writer-director, James Cox, was there. It's like, so good. And every single time we did it, Val said something else and something different. But they were all perfect and could have been used.
He's always doing something interesting. I mean, both in his choices and in what he does on camera. He's always interesting, and it's always truthful.
He's got elegance when he wants. He's got swabbishness when he wants. And it's up to the director as well as the writer to bring him out, bring those other sides of him out.
Whatever role he takes on, he becomes the character, and you love watching him do it.
It's pretty exceptional working with Val because he's so committed to his creative process and to whatever character he's playing. I think he's probably the closest to a method actor that I've ever worked with.
They're really tricks, but some of them are in the movie where you just do something to get a reaction.
No, Sharon, it's okay. They've got people that can come and pack you.
No, John, no, I am not going into the witness protection program with you. That's that.
John Holmes was, ultimately a very sick man who hurt a lot of people. Lisa, who played his wife, that woman never stopped loving who the guy really was.
Hi, Sharon. Thanks.
She had to stop being around him like you have to do with a drug addict. But she never stopped caring about him. She still went to go visit him in the hospital here in Los Angeles. And so we would just riff off of that kind of dynamic of relationship.
We started doing this thing. I don't want to call it a bit, but it kind of was. It was funny and dead on serious all at the same time, and it was so perfect because for us it was just their relationship in a nutshell.
Sharon, just be cool, okay? Please.
And it was, he'd walk into the kitchen and say,
gosh, I really feel like an apple pie. And she'd say, John, it's 3 in the morning. I'm not going to do it. Okay, but no crust.
I can make a pie, but I only apple pie because I only have apples. I don't have other fruits, so I can just make apple pie. And it won't be with the pastry crust. It's going to be with, just bleached flour. Like, she's going to... I don't know why, but to us that was sort of their relationship in a nutshell, which was, I need everything in the world from you, and it was all right, but, just a little, not all of everything.
It was very tiring pretending to be John Holmes, but it was very gratifying. I guess one of the worst things about the schedule was my son was playing soccer, and inevitably I'd have some Friday night shoot. I get home covered in blood and fake cocaine on my neck, and I try to wipe it off, and I'd sleep an hour and get up and go watch him play soccer. One day I was sitting there, and just my ear felt like that, and it was all full of blood, and I just felt so sorry for him.
Could you fill it with water, please?
It's not really going good out here.
Okay.
Please. No.
I completely appreciate someone who is totally committed to the project. And he wasn't totally committed to Val Kilmer's portrayal of John Holmes. He was committed to this story, to the point of brought on this photographer who's a great artist, Ali, who was documenting in still photography the making of this movie.
I was doing a lot of art with a friend of mine. The idea was to make a book of this very short shoot, very incredible cast.
What they call them, these books he makes of what's happening in his life experience with the cutouts. I mean, basically it looks like 200 pages of ransom note.
We got more caught up in the art project and printing the photos of each day's shoot and making collages out of them, and we never quite got around to the book.
And put together this great show, these great photos and collages of photos, and then, Val splattered them with blood or red paint and then wrote parts of the script onto it. Really amazing.
He's always tweaking on something that's evocative, and I would have thought he was a lot more shallow than that.
He's one of these artists who is constantly searching, who can't shut his creative side off.
There's no explaining how he does what he does. He just does it. He's a real artist.
It's not about finding out what you're doing. It's about doing it and finding out variations. Burgers are here. Do you need someone to sign that?
Up next.
I'd heard that he could be somewhat difficult.
He offended people.
The first time I met him, I thought he was